This was great. This was awesome. We came from two decent Raws to what the fuck? We had a elimination mixed tag team match to open the show, and it was so fucking bland. Displayed no different side of their relationship other than Seth Rollins has a girlfriend now, and she's also a champion. No dedication into a storyline. A sucker punch is somehow the biggest kryptonite to Becky Lynch. A fucking sucker punch. And this is somehow supposed to be for a world championship that only had barely any build-up. Other than that, I don't know what to think of Extreme Rules. Because after the couple got attacked, Paul Heyman came, hung up that Brock Lesnar might appear on Extreme Rules. I bet like Brock Lesnar's going to make one mini appearance, come and intervene in one of the champions' matches, or make an appearance backstage with Paul Heyman, then say that he's going to show up maybe next week on Raw or SummerSlam. I don't give a fuck. This always happens. Paul Heyman always try to intervene and make Brock Lesnar a major part of Raw or SmackDown, primarily Raw. And just waste our time. Braun Strowman should be a world champion threat, but he's fucking around with this nigga Lashley for no fucking reason. I'm angry. I am confused, and I don't give a fuck about this entire pay-per-view, this entire show. Because we had a crappy six-man tag. Corbin and Lacey Evans are just getting these championship matches off the belt. With this winner takes all, like they have more winner takes all, saying winner take all so much, you'd be thinking it was the fucking Invasion storyline back in Survivor Series 2001. And then we had the Usos and Miz against the Revival and Elias in a 2 out of 3 fall 6-man tag match. I wish I could make that up. Why the fuck did this exist if we know most of the wrestling was going to occur off the Usos? You couldn't bring it. You could have just made this a 6-man tag, false count anywhere match to bring up the theme of Extreme Rules, and this doesn't even have a pay-per-view match. And the Usos are just fucking around with the tag team champions, like they have. You'd be thinking this is Uzi Hot how bad this fucking thing was in public. We just had the Usos wrestle the Miz do his corny little babyface kicks and prove to the world why people don't want to watch Raw anymore. It's like we have the Revival taking this fall. They do have ingenious segments. I think they were fluid in the ring. But other than that, the Revival have no characteristic in them other than they are cool with Shane McMahon. And then we had Bobby Lashley face Rey Mysterio. And this was Rey Mysterio's open challenge after, like, 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago, he gave the title to Samoa Joe because he had the rested injury. Then Lashley came beating the shit out of Rey Mysterio. It just came with a few minutes with a spear, squashing the former U.S. champion. If Rey Mysterio has been squashed, right, just go back to Lucha Underground, Impact, somewhere. They obviously don't give a fuck about you. They keep calling you the greatest luchador and shit, but they gave you an irrelevant U.S. title reign. I don't even know why they made you win that belt. Then they make you get squashed at WrestleMania. Fucking WrestleMania. You know what you did at WrestleMania over a decade ago? You won the World Heavyweight Championship in the Triple Threat match. Then you beat JBL a few seconds flat, like 40 seconds, and then beat CM Punk. You can beat fucking Samoa Joe. You serious? Then you get squashed by Bobby Lashley. Is supposed to be a threat for Bobby Lashley so he can threaten Braun Strowman. And then we had Cesaro come out, then beat the shit out of No Way Jose like it was Ray Rice's honeymoon for a redemption with his fiance after beating the shit out of her in that elevator. That's fucked up, but that's how the match looked like. It proved No Way Jose shouldn't even be in the ring anymore. He has no characteristic except being like the Godfather and Carlito were autistic. And just getting squashed for the past 2 years. Proving he has nothing to share in this roster. Except we need some babyface jobber. And then we had the Viking Raiders against whoever the fuck Colin and Devin Justin is. Then Drake Maverick intervened because he was 24/7 champion. And we just had the matches we didn't give a fuck about just for the 24/7 championship to be like, oh, the 24/7 championship is there. It's there. We're just going to interrupt on matches and dumb shit like that. So they're just going to scramble around the ring like a couple of fucking retards. Like, you couldn't just invade his house life and just pin him for the 24/7 championship or something. I hate whenever you do that. You're wasting a lot of TV time. It's cool when it happens, when it's like no one cares and some shit like that. And sometimes when you overuse it, it's stupid. Viking Raiders just beat the local talent anyway. No one cared. It was just for a reason for Jake Maverick to escape our truth. Fuck, I don't give a fuck about this show, man. They fucked up. After, the Braun Strowman spear shit, they lost their mark. And then we had AJ Styles face off, Ricochet face off against both Luke Gallows, pin Luke Gallows by a roll up, and then pin Carl Anderson via roll up. Still squashing them, making sure Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows are still not muscle, not threatening, can even cause a major injury on a guy that's completely obvious that you can literally beat him off beating the legs, so you can maybe cripple Ricochet for AJ to have an advantage come Extreme Rules that has no stipulation. It's that basic. You make it the suspense is like, oh goodness, gotta buy this pay-per-view. How's Ricochet going to survive this? Oh, moneymaker. WWE doesn't figure out on that. They just make work rate matches and make Ricochet show his athleticism. Finger himself in the butt a few times from midair. People don't look at the fucking replay for that long. I don't give a fuck about this segment. And then we had Nikki Cross against Dana Brooke in a beat the clock match. And Bayley faced Sarah Logan, because we need reasonable jobbers from the women's division that are mainstays on Superstars but not mainstays on Raw. If you catch I'm talking about beating up jobbers. So it was 4 minutes and something seconds for Bayley to pin Sarah Logan using still that Bayley to belly. Seriously, just use a submission hold or something. It's not that hard. And then Nikki Cross just beats it. That's it. There's no credible moves. Nobody intervened. There was no weapons used. It was just that stupid spinning neck breaker that was lethal because she was short and it's faster. That's literally it. And Nikki Cross won, and she gets to make the stipulation, making it a 2 against 1 handicap match for the women's championship, and then Bayley beats the shit out of her because that shit's unfair. And then we had Shane McMahon. And then we had the main event. The main event was supposed to be Roman. They were doing this all backstage, finding some guy to be the fucking special hand-picked tag team partner for Roman Reigns. Instead of it being a babyface, they wanted it to be a regular employee. Then it was pretty funny how they tried to show the accomplishments of this one employee. That one employee of the month went to college, blah, 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 blah. And then it was Cedric Alexander under the mask. The guy looked mentally retarded. He was saying $500. $500. You don't make $500 when you work here. Who the fuck is paying? So $500 was exciting. I mean, I'd be excited even if I had a full paying job. $500 would be cool. But fuck me. He was already crippled, and he sounded crippled. Then it was Cedric Alexander under the mask. Yay! Then he took a big Claymore kick from midair and beat the ever living piss out of him. That it made him real life cough up blood. They still lost, and yet they took it like a huge come up. It's like, oh, it's a real wrestler. It's Cedric Alexander. We remember this guy. He hasn't gotten a real match since Cesaro. That was a month ago. It's hard to like this. It is hard. I'm trying hard right now. I am trying hard, man. For fuck's sake. Do something. Make someone bleed. Do something anonymous. They made Maria Kanellis be fucking pregnant. Get some ice cream and some pickles and shit. Mike Kanellis have to feel like a fucking side nigga. And then everything is happy in the shit. Drake Maverick said could get laid if he holds on to the 24/7 championship. And Braun Strowman feuds with Lashley for no fucking reason other than these guys look like bodybuilders. And he nearly tried to kill him on Raw. Other than that, why the fuck did we need a 6-man tag 2 out of 3 falls match? Nikki Cross is still annoying. Why did stop wasting Rey Mysterio's time if you're not going to get him in anything interesting? The only thing interesting that he was supposed to do was be in a feud with Samoa Joe, but getting several squash matches, and then a fucky finish that no one likes. Then the stupid little segment with the guest tag team partner being Cedric Alexander, and they lose the match anyway. So what was the point? And now this Sunday's Extreme Rules, and I don't give a fuck about a pay-per-view that took 2 weeks to prepare for. That's going to be the same stage. Do you catch my drift and why nobody wants to watch the show? I'm not endorsing you not to watch it, but I'm saying you should come prepared and at least lower your standards on how you prepare a multi-billion-dollar corporation that can literally make your fucking house, renovate your house to make it look like SummerSlam every fucking day. And SummerSlam or Survivor Series is going to look like ECW 2006 or One Night Stand or whatever the fuck CZW had back in the early 2000s. That's what it's going to look like. And I can't wait for Extreme Rules to be like shit, because everybody knew it was going to be like shit. I knew Stomping Ground was going to be like shit. Super Showdown was going to be like shit. Some WrestleMania had 16 matches, and still you couldn't even have like half of that be good. Thanks for watching, folks. I just hope this is at least better than Slammiversary, because somehow Slammiversary is already way better than goddamn fucking any other pay-per-view of this year, other than the takeovers. Other than that, I would advise you to at least have an open mind, like a prepared mind when you're watching Extreme Rules. This is shockingly one of my shorter Monday Night Raw reviews. I wish I can get more into detail with this, but this review is already late. I am losing patience. I want to prepare for Extreme Rules and get everything set up. I'm ready out of schedule. And I want to talk about the NBA season a bit more until I hit the August and I go to full football mode for the rest of that year. And then I get sometimes into basketball. Or into hockey, whatever. Thank you for watching.